Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from TodaysiPhone.com, and here's your TIP Daily for April 19th, 2013. Alright, to start off the day, Cam managed to get his hands on an HTC One, one of the hottest Android phones on the market right now, and he's doing a long two-part comparison between the iPhone 5 and the HTC One. So if you're on the fence about what smartphone you want to get, or really even, if you want iOS versus Android, these videos are definitely worth taking a look at. And even if you're not on the fence and you love what device you have, it's still interesting just to see what the competition is working on. So you can definitely check those out in the links in the description down below. I won't give away exactly what his conclusions are, but I'd say it's definitely an interesting comparison. Okay, moving on, T3 has created a 3D rendering of a possible iPhone 6 based on Apple's patent a couple weeks ago about an iPhone with a wraparound display. Now, just to be clear, I don't think we're going to see anything like this design anytime soon on our devices, but it's still interesting to take a look at. Now, the device in question has a 1615 by 800 AMOLED display that wraps around both the front and the back and one of the sides of the iPhone. The bottom is basically exactly like the iPhone 5 with a lightning connector and a speaker and a microphone. There's a 2 megapixel front-facing camera, but front-facing is a relative term considering both sides of the phone have a screen, so there really is no front and no back. Personally, I think this is an interesting concept, and it's a really cool example of 3D rendering, but I would never ever buy a device like this in person. You can't put a case on it, you can't put it down on a table without scratching a screen. Practically, it just doesn't work for me, but visually and, as far as concepts go, it's very, very cool. Okay, and finally, NowhereElse.fr has posted some pictures of what they claim is leaked parts from the iPhone 5S. We have a front-facing camera component that is identical to the iPhone 5, but the connection to the motherboard is totally different, which lends people to think that it is for the next generation iPhone and not some current version. There's also some mystery part out there that no one's really sure what it does, but it's fun to speculate. Leaked parts like this are always kind of a tease, I guess, because you see a leaked part and you think it's legit and it looks legit, and that's really exciting that Apple's getting ready to launch a new iPhone, but in reality you don't really know what the part does, and you don't really know how soon the device is to launch, or even if it is legit. So take this with a grain of salt, but feel free to get a little bit excited because it is super cool that we're finally getting some sort of concrete feeling facts or leaks about the iPhone 5S. Okay, well, that's all the big news for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your question of the day today is, how do you feel about this wraparound screen design? I guess I'm pretty conservative in the way that I like my iPhone. I like the aluminum, I like the front on this, I like the aluminum body, I like the screen on the front, and that's basically it. I don't want any wacky colors, I don't want any weird bendable screens or wraparound screens or anything like that. But that's just me, so I'm sure a lot of you guys out there disagree, and I'm sure a lot of you have really cool ideas for iPhones that I haven't even thought of, so I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below or on Twitter at TIP_Jake. Please don't forget the links to everything I talked about in this video in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, don't forget to hit up TodaysiPhone.com.